Monster Ops will be back next week at its new time. So, tonight we may bring you a special presentation. It was Christmas Eve, and Billy Hedgehog was putting the finishing touches on the artificial fir tree in the living room. These keepsake ornaments aren't so easy to find nowadays, he said to Itsy Bitsy, who had just put the star on top. I had to go all the way to the local Hallmark store for this Star Trek SOS ornament. He pressed a small button on the ornament, and the tiny screen lit up and made different sounds. He'd recently hung up their Christmas stockings and put on the sci-fi classic Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. First batch of cookies are done, Sophie Cat said, emerging from the kitchen. Second batch will be for Santa-Ronpa. Santa-Ronpa was said to ride her magical motorcycle at night and deliver not just toys and games, but also KFC chicken and Christmas cake. I'm sure the jolly old android will appreciate this effort, said Billy, gingerly taking the tray from Sophie and kissing her on the cheek. She was, after all, standing under the mistletoe. I wonder what it'd be like to see this Santa-Ronpa in action, murmured Itsy. Over next door, Panda Ling was curled up in her favorite chair and reading a hardcover edition of A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. And in the Thorsten Fuerte house, Sue Lynn and her family were engaged in their own holiday tradition, watching a DVD transfer of her foster mom's wrestling match with Santa Claus. Meanwhile, across the street, Hiroshi was putting his mansion into lockdown. But wouldn't you also be locking out Santa-Ronpa? Asked Luna. I can't take any chances, said Hiroshi. Even if she does come to Willytown. Better safe than sorry. Out by the cul-de-sac, Nick and Judy were singing carols and collecting for charity. Across town, the apartment she shared with Princess Unicorn, Rainbow Bear sat at the foot of the double bed, stewing over the loss of a hair versus hair match. Santa-Ronpa will be coming soon, said Princess, trying to cheer her girlfriend up. I doubt if she can give me a new old hair sugar cube, said Rainbow glumly. At just about midnight, as everyone slept, a joyous laugh broke the sounds, along with the sound of a motorcycle engine. Santa-Ronpa soared gleefully over the rooftops, giggling all the way. It was 12:03 when Itsy was startled awake by the humming of a holiday song. She looked down from her web hammock and saw Santa-Ronpa placing presents under the Christmas tree. She's really here, the little spider thought. At nearly 1 a.m., Santa-Ronpa entered Hiroshi's mansion, surpassing the heavy doors with her magic key. However, she hadn't counted on Mr. Kizakura. "You make a splendid watch gator," she said sweetly, "but I do need you to let go of my tail." Mr. Kizakura could only look up in awe at the fox girl who petted his scaly head. Having heard the noises downstairs, Masa tapped into the mansion's security cameras and saw Santa-Ronpa petting Mr. Kizakura. "And all this time I thought she was a myth," said the ex-crime boss. Santa-Ronpa made several more stops before 5 a.m. came. She then got on her motorcycle and flew away shouting, "Merry Christmas, Willytown!" As dawn came on Christmas morning, Billy and Sophie were more surprised at what Itzy had told them than at the joyful spread. "You saw Santa-Ronpa?" they exclaimed. "She looked like one of those sexy Santa girls you see in anime ads," said Itzy. "Only she had fox ears and a fluffy tail, and..." Hiroshi and Co. found gifts for the entire household, enough KFC and cake for a whole family, and a bewildered Mr. Kizakura along with a note from Santa-Ronpa. "I got past your security system, but your watch gator nearly bit off more than he could chew." The raccoon patted Mr. Kizakura on the back and said, "I know I could depend on you, old friend." Nick and Jerry got a pleasant surprise from Santa-Ronpa. "I got a mini-me," the bunny said, looking at her doll. "Me too," said Nick. "And there's also a Gary doll." It was a complete set of Zootopia 2 talking plush dolls. Meanwhile, Panda Ling was given a set of scented candles and essential oils for her clinic. And Sula and her family enjoyed their morning meal of KFC and cake. It looked so good they couldn't wait until lunch. As for Rainbow, it was nothing short of a Christmas miracle. No, she didn't regrow her hair overnight. Instead, she got the next best thing. "My stars," she said delightedly, "this is perfect." Princess looked up from the dolls of her and her partner. "What is it?" she asked. "Remember how I was thinking about wearing a Lucha Libre mask?" asked Rainbow, having put on the costume Santa-Ronpa gave her. "Well, this'll help me hide till my hair grows back. Say hello to the blue cub." Princess set aside the dolls on the love seat and hugged her partner. "Can I be your in-ring rival?" she asked. "Only if you'll unmask me when my hair grows back, Sugar Cube," said Rainbow. The two then looked out the window as somewhere in the center of town church bells were ringing. To find out more about Christmas in literature, The U.S. Library of Congress have recommended the following books: A Vintage Christmas by various artists, Letters from Father Christmas by J.R.R. Tolkien, and let's not forget my personal favorite, The Best Christmas Pageant Ever by Barbara Robinson. These and many other books can be found at your local library and bookstore. And they'll be happy to help you read more about it. This is WPC.